Jimmy Neutron was where things started to get weird. Not things, but a show for its final season killer that highlights this. Episode 1 of Us starts with Sheen telling about a new show that he's The Happy Show Show. And they all should watch it because it'll make them happy. Jimmy ignores it and goes to do some weird Photoshop him and his crush's heads into wedding photos. Sheen is relentless and will not stop bothering Jimmy to watch the show.
Here's the little feast for your eyes.
Wow. He's got like a Jillian Gilligan abs.
He convinces him to give it a go. So, that night, he watches 10 seconds of it before turning it off, because it's just that bad, and quickly puts it out of his mind. The next day at school, all me to give it another chance. Betty asks him to come over and watch it with him. But, as he heads over to her house that night, he realizes that the show is hypnotizing people. Soon, the entire town is after Jimmy, trying to force him to watch the show. Luckily, Cindy, who just returned from a karate competition,
Wrecked your life. This is how you repay me? Hey!
It's actually a parody of a real-life Taiwanese children's show, which is a bit uncomfortable to watch in itself, but it is ultimately harmless. Nevertheless, it's unnerving to think of such an innocent show brainwashing people like this.
In the episode Teeth for Two from Cat Dog, we get treated to a quick and everyone's favorite gross out gag in animation. In this episode, the two go to the dentist and discover that if one doesn't take care of their teeth, it's the others that is affected. Yet it's Cat who gets all the cavities. Take care of his teeth so he won't suffer anymore, but it's no use. They fight aluminum foil to hurt each other's teeth. That hurts just thinking about it. Later that night, Cat tries to brush Dog's teeth while he's asleep, through his skin and out of Dog's mouth.
Enough! Why are we even doing this? You don't even think this chair is comfortable. So, neither do you. Dude, I was lying.
And all of us would have. And is turned to anger, and he swallows Cat back into his own skin. And the two engage into another food war, sabotaging each other's teeth. This is one of those things that we wish stayed under the surface. The episode Teeth for Two from Cat Dog to a quick and nasty scene featuring everyone's favorite gross out gag in animation, the cats. In this episode, the two go to the dentist and discover that if one others that is affected. Dog eats disgusting amounts of junk and never brushes, yet it's Cat. Cat tries to get Dog to take care of his teeth, but won't listen. They fight, chewing on things like aluminum foil to hurt each other's teeth, thinking about it. Later that night, Cat tries to brush Dog's teeth while he's asleep. Moving over to Dog and opening his mouth, Cat decides to pull himself.
Again, all that non-sleep is probably starting to get to you. Now climb aboard!
And all of us would have, and is terrified. Fear turns to anger, and he swallows Cat back into his own skin. And the two engage into another food war, sabotaging each other's teeth. Cat Dog is a strange concept for a show that just barely scratches the surface of all the weird.
Normal is good. My life as a teenage robot. The exoskin makes a return in this episode, Jenny into being normal forever. The exoskin makes a return in this episode when it tries to persuade Jenny into being normal forever.
Only
53 seconds left! Cut the wires!
Uses exoskin to consume her, her thoughts, and makes Jenny refuse to help people.
They want to come along, as long as we don't moon them.
Hang on! Can't this thing go any faster?